It was an extremely slippery situation on our roadways as the snow came down fast and heavy. Many motorists were slipping and sliding, and often they came to a stop and couldn't get started again. The phones at local tow truck companies were ringing off the hook. Our friends at Laxton's Repair and Wrecker Service let us ride along on a call regarding a tractor trailer along I-64 that found itself well off the road. Mike Teeney was riding shotgun and saw the action firsthand.
There are two kinds of people in this world, those who have had to call a tow truck and those who will. And starting around 8 o'clock Tuesday morning, the phone lines at Laxton Wrecker Service in Beckley lit up.
Well, this morning has been non-stop, very busy, back-to-back. Mainly pedestrians trying to get back and forth to work or to the grocery store, not realizing how slick it is. And then truckers trying to go up some of these mountains on the interstate, realizing that they're not prepared for the chains and stuff like that. So they'll get about halfway up and lose traction and spin out.
Once the phone started ringing with people stuck and needing help, they didn't stop. By around 2:30 in the afternoon, they had already taken hundreds of calls. Our friends at Laxton were gracious enough to let me ride along for one of those calls regarding a tractor trailer in the proverbial ditch. The trucker began to slide along a problematic stretch of I-64 where motorists had already encountered an issue and were waiting for help.
He was heading northbound towards Charleston this morning, and there was another two-car MVA with two semis up against the guardrail and backed up traffic. So instead of him, I guess, crashing into those other vehicles, he ultimately took one for the team basically and put his semi in a ditch.
As help arrived, there was a meeting of the minds, and the job was postponed until Wednesday.
Really, the weather's too bad. It won't stop snowing. It's going to be very hard for us to do what we need to do in this kind of weather. It will be unsafe for us and for that vehicle.
One lane of the interstate will need to be closed when the truck is pulled out. And due to the precarious tilt of the semi, another rotator truck will be needed on the scene. This incident was not isolated. On Tuesday, the interstate was littered with cars and trucks that were at a loss for traction. Some things to remember when traveling any distance in weather like this is keeping an eye on your gas tank and avoid running it down too low. Keep a blanket along with food and water in your car, and if you get stuck, remember to be safe while on the roadside and if possible, seek shelter as you wait for help to arrive. And during a snowstorm, here is the best advice to heed if possible.
If you do not have to go out, do not leave the house today.
This is Mike Teeney in Raleigh County, Newswatch 4.